Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dustin Hendrix. I just wanted to welcome you to the practice, Chiro MSK Specialists. So we're going to do a little bit of an office tour. So I started outside so you can kind of see where we're looking at and what we're working with here. Okay, so we're actually going to walk towards the door here. And so when you come inside our practice, you'll notice that we have our Running Man logo back there. We built this practice with movement in mind, and you also notice that we have a lot of artwork with anatomy on the walls. You'll either come to the front desk, but typically I'm pretty quick and I'll actually meet you in the hallway before you even get there. So when we get in here, there's a little bit of a teaser. There's a really nice gym back there. We'll get to that in a second. So our first treatment room is right in here. So inside our treatment rooms, you'll see our tables. Once again, we're very movement based, and so you'll notice on our table, it's actually moving already. A lot of our patients, they say that they want to take naps on it. Obviously, we don't charge for that. And so from the very beginning of your care, we're focused on getting you back to moving because movement is what's going to get you back to your everyday life and things that you love. You also notice inside my cubbies, we have a few things. Our instruments for soft tissue work. And then you also see some of my dry needling and my stuff for treatment with that. Let's keep going through here. And so you're going to notice this is kind of the first look of our little rehab floor. It's got quite a lot of equipment, and then before we show that one off too much, we're going to go inside the second treatment room. So the first room is mainly for dry needling and also doing exams, but occasionally, when we are with an overflow, we'll also treat in there as well. So once again, we have our table here, and you'll notice our table, we also have movement happening again. So our office is very big on movement in the early phases, so that way we can get you back to doing what you love faster. Once again, we have our cubby over here. We have our instruments. We have a few different ones. The angulations are just used for different body parts. And then you also notice that we have some of our exam tools and things like that inside here. And of course, the acupuncture needles as well. We do have old school vibropressor type massager. With that, we use it occasionally, mainly patients who are just coming in for like a tune-up type adjustment. And then the other thing that you'll notice that we have in our office is we have our pain science book. So the pain science book, the reason why that is super important, and I'll flip to one of our pages here. This one right here, let's see if we can get that right. There we go. So on this one, it's amazing because we had normal morphological age-related changes and abnormal findings of the cervical spine in asymptomatic patients over 1,200. This is one of our studies we use a lot. Basically, they shot an MRI of people who had never had pain, and they found out they had disc bulges at the rate of almost 1,200. So we talk about a lot of those studies just because it makes people less fearful of movement. It kind of changes the paradigm. Another thing that we also do in our office that's a little different is we have cups. So we do a combination of tools, cups, and hands on most of our patients. Okay, so now we're in our rehab floor. We have everything from that. I don't know if you can see back there. We've actually got some Indian clubs tucked away. You'll also notice that we have boxes and battle ropes. It's quite an extensive gym. We've got these attachments for pulley systems. So we have our squat rack over here, and you'll notice that we have pulleys, we have rings, of course Olympic bars, lots of Olympic weights. And then these are really neat too. These are our decks, so they can be used for step-up type stuff, but then they can also be used for like rehab, for doing like Ys, or come all the way up for military press type stuff. And then we have the Viper tubes over here. These have become common. These are Viper light tubes. We got those on Amazon. And then inside here we have our cardio room with a treadmill and an extra deck, just in case we have a couple people running with rehab. So guys, that's just a little quick office tour.